What's up, y'all? It's Dre. Dre Trades 2, and this market is crazy today. It's unbelievable, and I admit, I got caught on the wrong side. I totally thought I'm out of my shorts. Let's put it that way. I was long a couple of positions, and I was short. I'm thinking the market's going to be volatile, and it is. It's volatile to the upside. So I think I'm wrong. I think a lot of other people's wrong. Why? Because Steven Mnuchin was basically saying, hey, the coronavirus aid stimulus package is right around, they're getting close. So it shows you the market don't care about the presidential debate, which was crazy. Did you see that? Oh, God, that's another story. So they don't care about that. They don't care about the corona, the virus. They care about stimulus. The market is about getting close to getting another drug, right? It's getting its fix. So the market, here we are, it's September 30th. It's the last day of the month, y'all. 213, and it's up 532 points. 56 on the S&P, 189 on the NASDAQ, Russell up 16, and the VIX is down 3.43, 25, right? Going into the elections, 25 VIX. We're going to look at that as well. I got to remember to put that in. But what we're going to talk about today, we're just going to look at FAANG real quick, okay? I never done that. We're going to look at the Facebook, the Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, okay? And NVIDIA. We're going to throw in NVIDIA as a bonus, okay? So we're just going to look at those stocks, and that's it. So what I need you to do, I need you to like this video, okay? And I need you to subscribe and hit the bell, all that, because the last video got no love. I don't even think my notifications came out. So boom, there it is. I'm going to link it right here. Make sure you come back, click that video, check it out. You're really going to like it. Talked about Peloton yesterday and talked about a stock I'm starting to like. Should I mention? Yeah, I tell you what, I'll throw that stock in at the end of this video, but still go back and watch that video. All right, so here's the market. I talked about that. Let's look at the heat map real quick. Do I need to refresh the screen? There it is. I just refreshed it. If I were to throw a dart, like I say, boom, close my eyes, I'm going to hit green most likely. Micron, oh geez, Micron down 6%. But all the other chips are doing just fine. So let's go ahead and just get to the meat because I want to make this video fairly short, all right? Oh, man, here we go. I was looking at Google because, oh, yeah. Hold on. Let's go back, because you see this? No. Where'd it go? Anyway, Google basically introduced a box to compete with Roku and Amazon Fire TV. That news just dropped. So I kind of had the Google, I'm looking at the minute chart right here and kind of seeing what's going on with that, seeing if it caught any fire. So Google is about to enter the streaming wars. Makes you go, Google devices, though, come on. They seem to always just, I did like the Chrome, the Chromecast, but it just didn't take off. Anyway, let's look at it. Let's start. I've got Google on. Let's look at Facebook. Pull up Facebook real quick. We're going to look at the hourly, and I'm going to do this quick, all right? We're going to look at the hourly, and we're going to look at the 4 hour. That's what I like looking at, okay? So basically, you can see the curve, right? It's coming down, around. Clear all of these drawings out. I should have did that before the video. And we got a low, right? We got a higher low, or almost the same low. And now we're trending to the upside. The trend line looks good. Let's look at the 4 hour and see if we see any difference. Looks like we kind of bounced off a little support right there. We got the double hit, right? Looking at the 4 hour, looks like a double bottom and then look off to the upside. So I like that. Look at the slow and fast moving average crossing over. Look at the volume. Stochastic is a little high, but that's good. Nothing's wrong with that. So Facebook looking all right, man. 264 was 240 just a couple weeks. I knew I should have bought it at 240. Let's go ahead and bring up Apple, man. Right? Apple. Same thing. Let's look at the 1 hour first. Should have reset my charts. Here's the 1 hour. And for the most part, most of these look the same. We got the cup, the slow sloping, the crossover on the slow and fast moving averages. That's the 9 and 20, by the way. We got a bottom, and we kind of got a higher low, right? And you can see it making higher highs and higher lows. Now it's trending. Hopefully that trend can continue. Let's look at the 4 hour chart. For the most part, it's going to look just like do we just look at Facebook, right? But look at it bouncing off that long-term trend line. and hit nice support. I thought it was actually gonna break, but it looks like we're bouncing and it has a lot of room to go. So I don't know, man. My Apple trades kind of sucks, but I think this one has a lot of room, possibly to the upside, and just kind of, chug along. It really took a hit. Let me see. Oh man, it went from the high to that recent low. It was down 24% on Apple, so keep that in mind. So we might be able to run on that just a little bit. Let's pull up Netflix and see what Netflix is going on. This is one stock I can't trade. I suck at this, but it looks like it's like, let's pull up the hourly. I'm gonna pull up the hourly first. So same thing, we got the cup, right? We got the bowl. I'll call it the bowl. Here's your low. Here's your higher low. Here's your higher high. We kind of made that already, and kind of look like we're just about to break some serious resistance right there, right? I'm gonna draw that kind of right there, and let's pull up the 4 hour. These are my favorite time frames, by the way, the 1 hour and the 4 hour. Here I almost see I see a little channel right here. Let me clear all this out. Let's make it look nice and simple. And let me show you what I see. And we need to get through this. It's in a range in the 4 hours. So if we can bust up over this area, maybe we make a play at the highs. All right. So I want to see it get out of that gray area. So now let's bring up Google. This is how I started it. Bring up the 1 hour on Google, same thing. It's a little late bloom, a little late on that turn, right? And not as much velocity to the upside, kind of like ho hum, let me make the turn. But here's your absolute low, and that was a crazy low. I saw it at 1400. I was like, oh my God, Google, 14. But I think the market's going lower, so I might be able to get it at 13. When things start getting down and it hits great buy points, why are we scared to jump in? Like at 14 is a great buy point, 1400 for Google, but it's almost at 1500 now. An 82 point move off the bottom, and for the most part, it looks like it's chugging along just fine, man. Let's pull up the 4 hour chart. Wow. See, now this one looks totally different, right? If I draw that as the primary trend line, it broke it. So we can look at this right here as support. And it didn't quite reach it, right? Actually, it did. We'll call this area kind of hit below, but yeah, we'll call that support. So it's bouncing. Let's see if it can continue the run. This one is looking weaker than the other stocks. All right. So, but I like Google. They announced that fire. Here it is. Roku shares move lower. Let's pull that up. Anyway, no story yet. Roku shares move lower as Google announces new products at Pixel 5 event. Okay, Google TV is back and it runs on Android TV, blah, blah. Sonos shares spike lower as Google announces Nest Audio smart speaker at Pixel 5 event. So they got some things going on at the Pixel 5 event. Google's up 1.14% today. It's doing all right. You might be able to get a lot of bang out of the stock because it's low. I mean, it's still a great buy. I mean, remember, Google never ran like the rest of those stocks. It never had that moment. This is the one stock I'm going to pull up the weekly. See, it never really had that moment. Look how low it is, man. This is a great buy, in my opinion. All right, let's look up NVIDIA. All right, let's see what NVIDIA... Oh, of course, man. The fire stocks are just gonna always be fire. Look, this thing didn't even kind of bowl. It just, look at all that support. It banged it one time, it banged it 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it seems to take off. And look, kind of out of that range. I'm gonna just kind of highlight it right here. Looking at the 1 hour, out of it. It's breaking out. Let's look at the 4 hours, see what that looks like. Wait, before I do that, we could draw a little trend line on the upside. Damn, look at the steepness in that. I'm telling you, people just want some NVIDIA, up 2.93% today. Let's look at the 4 hour chart, and it just looks good. It just looks like it just corrected. And remember, I did the bear flag video. Oh man, I'm like, look at the bear flag. It almost looks like it was trying to bear flag, but it's going the other way. Now here's the thing with the bear flags. It's supposed to go down, over, and drop. When that doesn't happen and it goes the other way, this is any bear flag, it's it will generally rip higher, faster, farther, because it's like a rejection. It's like people were setting up for the break and they're like, oh my gosh, it's going the other way, and I guess they get out and they scared. I don't know what the phenomena is, but when it goes the other way, it goes hard. So it's a fake out. We look at all the hits off the bottom. You just think it's gonna break, right? And it doesn't. It actually breaks up to the upside. Hey, NVIDIA looking good. Look at the 1 minute chart. Trying to make a new high for the day even. All right, so did I forget anything? Hey, let's pull up Microsoft. I didn't even have it on the list. Microsoft actually looking like a Google did, you know, but here's the cup, right? The little slow little bowl, I'm calling it a cup. Here's your low right here, and you can see it just making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. So actually it's trending nicely, making higher highs as well. Here's a trend line. Let's pull up the 4-hour chart and look at it real quick, and we could see what happened. You can see Microsoft actually broke that trend. I'm trying to draw lines, by the way. Right, it broke. You think it's going lower, but you know, you can see some level of support. Yeah, there's some support right there. There's some support right there. Zoom in on that. I got lines all over the place. How about I clear them out and draw a new line? Right, right there. You can see it hit here. Right, tag. Right, hit and hit. It's bouncing. Let's see how long it has. We got the slow moving average, the fast going over the slow. It's kind of like a little buy signal in a way. You can buy it right here. But it's not steep. It's kind of just, it's looking weak, okay? It's not looking like in the video. It's up 1.94%, but it is going higher, and it's also in that little box range, right? Here we go. So let's see if it can break out. It's hitting here, it's hitting here, it's hitting here. It's pushing on that resistance. Let's see if it can break out. Look at the 1 minute chart just failing there, just failing, right? Just look at that. Just kind of, what happened here? What's going on? Is something going on in the market and I missed? Something could be going on, or just Microsoft. I doubt it. Let's pull up the Qs. Oh yeah, some news came. Look at the volume. Look at the volume spike on the Qs. So I'm thinking USNC, something must have happened with. See, that stimulus must happen. This rally is totally based on this so-called stimulus that must happen. And if there's a sign that it's not going to go through, we're going to be 500 points down and another 500 points, basically 500 points to the downside, right? Because 500 points down makes us flat, and then another 500 points down to the down. So keep an eye on it. Just keep an eye on it. Let's look at the VIX real quick. Oh man, and we'll end it right here at the VIX. I wanted to show you the 4-hour chart, and look at that, right? Look at how we finally broke, right? I'm like, whoa, we broke, but still we didn't break this level right here. And you can see it's trying to bounce off of that level, right there. So zoom in, we did break that trend line, and now we kind of hitting on that level of support. Will it bust through to the downside? Yeah, look at the VIX spike. So I don't know what's happening as I'm doing this video, but something's happening. Can I go on CNBC website and are they gonna say something here? Let me see. They a little late generally. No, I don't see nothing. Usually they breaking news is right here in the red. So anyway, that's the video. Things is looking good, but it all depends on what's going on in Congress, Washington, with Congress in the Senate, with this 2.5 trillion stimulus package I believe they're talking about. So keep an eye on that. If that goes through, I think it's simple. We go higher. If it doesn't go through, we go lower. Oh my gosh. Anyway, thanks for watching, man. Subscribe. Hit the bell. Dre Trades on Twitter. Dre Trades on Instagram. Dre Trades 2 right here on YouTube. Check out the last video. It's really a good video. It's a good video. One more thing. We need to look at the stock that I told you I like now, man. I just think it's a great pick. Okay, let me pull this up, clear the drawing set, and that is Twitter, right? Twitter is just, looks like it's trying to just break out, right? This is the monthly, so it looks like it's trying to break out for good. Generally it lets you down every time it hit here. Boom, boom, right? Boom. And looks like, look at the minute chart. Look at the minute chart right here. It's trying to do the same thing, but I'm thinking this time we can finally get above that resistance and just take off. But it looks like it's not happening. Yes, something is happening with the markets. I got to end this video because I probably got to make trades. This is Dre. I'm out. I see y'all. All right, so I wanted to interrupt, kind of add on to the end of the video. Now I know what was going down, why the market was going down, basically 300 points coming off the down like that is Mitch McConnell basically came out and said, hey, we're far away from a coronavirus deal, with the Democrats. So I just got done saying how the market is just totally ripping based on a stimulus deal. Didn't care about the debate, didn't care about the virus, straight up deal. Market was going to get his drugs. Steve Mnuchin came out this morning. Oh yeah, I feel confident this week. Yeah, it's going to come out. So the market was basically, having a trending kind of day. And now Mitch McConnell comes out. No, we're far apart. So out comes the air. I mean, it's just unbelievable. So you can see what's kind of going on. We was just basically trending. I'm looking at Amazon. Let me pull up the SPY, and you can see we was just trending along from the get-go, just going higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. Excuse me. This would have been one of those days that we was up maybe 800,000 points. Who knows? Then the news drops, and then boom, all the air comes out. And because it goes to show that that's what it's all about. If we get stimulus, that the market will rise, right? Stimulus, market up. No stimulus, market down. That's all it cares about right at the moment. You can see right here. So basically now it says the Treasury Secretary Mnuchin has left the Speaker's Pelosi's office and is now with Senate Leader McConnell. Kind of they playing it, like he's brokering a deal all of a sudden. So Steve Mnuchin comes out this morning and is like, hey, man, yeah, it looks real good. Real good. They I feel real confident it's going to happen. Mitch McConnell comes out, man, we're far away with the Democrats from a stimulus deal. It's far away. And now it's like, oh, Steve Mnuchin's left Pelosi. Now he's going, he's brokering a deal now. So this is what the market's playing with. And it's kind of like manipulation. We'll find out just by looking at the averages who's going to be right and who's going to be wrong. But just, I guess, with that volatility being up like this, it is that kind of time to sit on your hands. But I'm telling you what, man, the way the market was ripping, and it did sound believable that a stimulus was coming up, and I showed you how the setups was happening with a lot of the FAANG stocks. So I got out of my shorts. It's something I just wasn't, playing around with. I'm not trying to get blown out of the position, but we're catching a little bounce right here. I don't know what's going on, but it's a little bounce. So let's see what happens. Let's see if these averages roll over, and that will be one serious downturn, right? They just roll over from 550 points to the upside. And imagine we finished like that to the down. That is a huge reversal. That will be super bearish, okay? And but how long will it last? I don't know, because let's say we end today down 550, and tomorrow it's like, oh yeah, we broke a deal. It'll be back up, instant. So it all depends on, what the market, what this package thing is going to do. So very unstable. And you can see we're coming back down again. Let me see. I don't know. Let me pull up let's see if no news there. And let's pull up the VIX, right? VIX. And let's see look at that spike in the VIX. I just got done saying, that it was breaking. It was totally broke, right? Breaking support, and now it's kind of heading back up. So the VIX is down just 43 cents. It's up, still down, which is good, right? But look at that spike, right? It seems like we just cannot break this level. It's, we're just going to hang out. We are not breaking that level. So I don't want to make this video too long. I had to kind of end it. It was already over. Now I had to jump back in and kind of make another video because I was like, whoa, man, whoa. My video is totally wrong. Now is what I was just talking about. Everything was great. 550 upside. And now, imagine the other day, we 500 points to the downside. I was like, let me just go ahead and put append this video to that video and just say, whoa, these guys don't know what the hell is going on. It's like that manipulation kind of thing going on. Maybe they're just trying to juice the market saying the deal's coming, so I don't know, man. And that's the markets for you. All right, so I'm Dre Trades. Stay nimble. I'm out.